I'm in the same clothes, y'all. I fell asleep in my clothes last night. How did I do that? I have no clue, y'all. But I fell asleep in my clothes. But I was talking to a friend this morning, and they just made me see things from a different perspective. I realize when I'm trying to talk to people or get to know different guys that I've been putting so much pressure on them. I've been saying, oh, you have to go to church. You have to read the Bible. You have to pray with me. Like, and I didn't realize I was scaring people away by doing that. I know I made a video yesterday about that, but I realized that I need to ease into the conversations about religion and actually give people a chance. Because just because I do all those things doesn't mean that they will do all those things. And maybe I will meet somebody that's, willing to do those things, but I don't want to put so much pressure on the person as I'm getting to know them to be like, you have to do this. Like, I'm literally chasing people away by doing that. So what I've learned is to ease into talking about religion and church and God. And as I get to know the person, we'll talk about that, and I'll suggest going to church if they want to go to church. But I don't want to force have all these requirements, because what if I'm chasing away good men by doing that? And I probably am, because they're feeling that pressure, like they have to be all these things on the checklist. And one thing one of my therapists used to say to me, she said, Sherelle, a man is not going to have everything you want in him. Who have maybe 50%, but he's not going to have everything, and that's okay. And I've learned that. I'm learning that after talking to my friend this morning, like, yeah, it's okay if the person doesn't have everything I want. But if they have some qualities, that's great. And I've also learned that if I'm getting to know somebody and I realize we're not compatible, I can always say, hey, I enjoy talking to you, but this, we're just not compatible. But I control the narrative when it comes to dating and getting to know someone. And I don't want to judge someone off their religion or off of what they believe in or things like that. I think a lot of it was, just feeling like I had to have somebody that had all these qualities. But I think a lot of times we don't realize we're being so picky. And because we're being so picky, it leads us to lose out on good people. I mean, even when I was on the dating apps, I was literally scrolling past people that probably could have been good people, but because I was being judgmental or because I was looking for certain qualities, it led me to, swipe whatever left or swipe left instead of right. And I'm like, Sherelle, you got to stop putting so much pressure on yourself and putting so much pressure on these men, because when you're dating should be fun. It shouldn't have so much pressure on it. So that is one thing I learned, you guys. It is like 8:41. I was going to go back to sleep, but instead I'm going to take my medication and enjoy my morning, and then I got to get dressed and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to say that.